What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku, and it's time for another Death Battle prediction video. Now, starting off, spoilers, we're going to be talking about the Death Battle that happened, Michael versus Jason. I'm going to be honest with you, I paid for the first membership, so I'm releasing this video on Sunday when the Death Battle dropped on roosterteeth.com with that first membership, all right? So if y'all don't know who's coming up next, I'm sorry to spoil that for you. It's literally 5 seconds at the end of the video. Am I really spoiling anything? So again, if you haven't watched the Michael versus Jason Death Battle yet, pause the video, go watch it, then come back because we're going to get into that before we talk about the prediction from the next video. You've been warned. Now getting into it, this was cut and dry. Like I told, and it's a shame that I used to think it was a competition. It was no competition. Jason destroyed Michael Myers, and they didn't even have to reference the new movie that came out that made Michael look even worse. Made Michael look human, honestly. He got beat down by a kid. But Jason, and I didn't know Jason fought Uber Jason. That was news to me. And he was standing toe to toe with him. He was 10 toes down and didn't get beat. That's crazy. I didn't know Jason fought Freddy, but I didn't know Jason fought Leatherface. So with all of that combined, it made sense that Jason's fought better killers. Granted, Jason and Michael on paper seem like they are like exactly the same type of killer, but Jason by far has endured way more punishment than Michael. And honestly, he's low-key like immortal. He's undead. How is Michael gonna beat an undead? Like, Michael fights regular humans. Jason is otherworldly. He ain't banging on otherworldly. Michael is peak human. Jason is past peak human at this point. He survived being decapitated. Who you know doing that? Now, I will say with this death battle, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I did not like the artistic choices they made, like the style of the death battle. I thought it felt clunky to me. And I understand, death battle, hey, y'all doing your thing. Y'all doing your thing. Keep doing it. It's just that when I think of like the Wolverine versus Raiden death battle, honestly, is, to me, that was like peak performance death battle. When I think of like, what was it? Nightwing versus Daredevil. Red Hood versus, I think he was fighting Bane. Like those death battles, oh my gosh, cinematic masterpieces to me. This one, and maybe it's just me, I'm going to watch it a second time. It felt a little clunky and it felt kind of anticlimactic. Like there was nothing about this death battle that's gonna stand out. There was nothing about this death battle that wowed me, that surprised me. And maybe that just comes down to the characters. They are kind of mindless. They are just slashers. So maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not the art style that I felt. Maybe it's just that these characters aren't going to do anything spectacular to wow us. So I'm conflicted as to why when I was watching the death battle, I was just kind of ho-hum about it. I can't fully put my finger on it, but I wanna say just the art style of it didn't mesh well with me personally. And again, I feel like there was some stuttering and we heard some of the stab sounds before they actually happened. So I don't know. I just didn't think this death battle lived up to the expectations in my head. The result, of course, is exactly what I thought. A no-brainer. Jason's mom said, kill that man. Jason killed that man. Now, we offer that one. So I'm back up. We're back in the win category. Chandler with a Z also predicted the same thing. So I'm still down 1. But this next death battle, honestly, we might pick the same one again. I haven't talked to him about who he's going to go with or anything, but I just got to go with what I know. In the left corner, we have the guy who makes the One Ring to rule them all. I don't know if he actually makes. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't really watch Lord of the Rings. I watched Twin Towers once, the director's cut, which was like 6 hours long, and I never watched another Lord of the Rings. So in the left-hand corner, we have the guy who looks like a sun with an eyeball watching over the kingdom, Sauron, versus, and I played a lot of this game, but honestly, I never really got into the lore. We have coming from the world of Warcraft Legends expansion, the Lich King himself. So it's Sauron versus the Lich King from World of Warcraft. Now, this is a tough one for me to pick because, again, I don't know a lot about either character. The Lich King expansion in World of Warcraft is honestly where I stopped playing. Like, I actually stopped during the Shaman expansion. I picked up that one, played the Shaman, stopped. Came out with the Lich King, and I think when I got into it, the Lich King expansion was free. So I gave it a try. It was like a free 2-week trial or something. So I gave it a try, became a Death Knight, played it, stopped it after the 2-week trial. So I don't know a lot about the Lich King. I don't know a lot about his feats or his magic, but he controls an army of Death Knights. That's seemingly impressive. Is he strong himself? I don't know. Is he stronger than Sauron? Sauron, low-key, in my mind, The way that they boost this man up, the way that that ring seems to be so powerful, Sauron strikes me as, if not a full-blown god, maybe a demigod level, which in that case is going to blow the Lich King out of the water, because the Lich King, if y'all have played any like RPGs, D&Ds, anything like that, Dungeons and Dragons, if y'all don't know what D&D is, Liches are very powerful, magical, undead creatures, and they are on a high tier list, but they're not like, a Lich isn't like a big boss. A Lich serves right underneath a big boss. Like a Lich, there would be a Lich King, and then the boss of the whole realm, or whatever that is. So if Sauron is on the level of the boss of a whole realm, Lich King would naturally fall right underneath Sauron in terms of power. So with that in mind, and again, I could be terribly wrong. I'm basing this off of what I know, based on like how many RPGs and the Dungeons and Dragons games that I've played. I'm basing it off of that knowledge. So I have to pick Sauron to take this death battle, just solely because I think Sauron probably has better magic. Sauron is probably immortal. That's why Lord of the Rings seems like they have such a hard time killing him. If he gets his ring, it seems like nothing in this universe could stop him if he gets his ring. And being death battle, they would have to give Sauron his ring. Lich King has powerful magic, but I find it hard to believe his magic is going to be able to really affect Sauron. Sauron comes from a universe where you have your Gandalf's gray and white and Gandalf's other counterpart dude. So Sauron's familiar with all kinds of magic and fighting like great mages or archmages, whatever kind of mage they were. I don't even know if they're dead or not. So I think Sauron is probably going to be more equipped to counter whatever the Lich King has to offer. And a Lich's whole thing is power over death. If Sauron is immortal, if Sauron doesn't have a soul the Lich King can tap into, that nullifies half of the Lich King's powers, right? Now, again, this is all speculation because I really don't know either character. But I gotta go with Big Sauron. I am curious though, if y'all know more, well, you definitely gonna know more about the characters. Who are y'all picking and why? Is this gonna be a blowout for Sauron? Is the Lich King really gonna bang on Sauron like that? Comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that social media jazz. I'm interested to see what everybody's gonna pick on this one because I'm genuinely going in blind. But I hope, fingers crossed, I'm picking the right horse in this race. I gotta stay in the W category. I gotta catch up the channel with a Z. This is my worst season to date. I need another dub. Uncrowned Kingdom. I've been your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku. Getsu ga flame! You see the fire. It burns and it keeps the kingdom burning safely for eternity. Links to all my socials down in the description. Go follow your boy. Get at me. My birthday was Friday. Happy birthday to me. Happy belated. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, y'all be easy. Hell of a death battle coming up. Hell of a death battle coming up.